G'day guys, and welcome back to our little bit of forest. It's a lovely spring Tassie day, about 3 degrees, blowing a gale, rainy, wouldn't have it any other way. So in this video, hopefully we can get started on the shed, and a few other little things coming around here and there, but mostly going to be concentrating on the shed, hopefully, this video. So let's go. And it is definitely a spring Tasmanian day. Windy, raining, cold, all the good stuff. But progress doesn't stop. We've got Greg back out here, just finishing off this hard stand area for the slab. So we're just going back another metre or so just to get it off of this turning circle. And just going to tidy up a few bits where the trucks have been coming around. It's been so wet, hasn't had time to set properly, so just going to tidy that up. And we've sort of started the storage area for the build, so got the trailer up here and starting to accumulate stuff. This will probably all be filled with building supplies by the time we come to actually build the house. Shed stuff that doesn't matter if it's can stay out in the rain for another month or two till we get the shed built. So yeah, it's all happening. I'm gonna get in my digger and just move a bit of stuff around, and also get out of the rain and probably snow the way today feels. But we'll get that done and continue on. We're just going to add a little bit more on the back side of the shed, or the shed area, because it'll just give us just that bit of extra room here at the front on the turning circle. So we're just going to add another metre and a half on this back side, and that'll bring the shed back, and the more room we've got there the better. So it's just one of those things. If I didn't do it, I'd probably be unhappy with it forever. So now's the time. Bring it back another metre and a half or so. It should be pretty good. So just got the little digger today. He's pulling a few of the rocks from our blasting up there, and we're just going to use those as a bit of fill and then go over them. So one good use for some of them. And then we got the roller here to put a nice finish on it. I'm pretty sure we got another truck coming a bit later with some more gravel as well, because we got a little bit of gravel there, but I think we're going to sort this little bit here out that's just stayed a bit too wet with all the trucks going over it. You can see we've had a really wet last month or so since it's gone in, so it's understandable, but we'll fix that up as well. And that'll be a good start. So yeah, happy days. Ooh, got a bit of rock. We were just having a chat about whether it was actually worth hiring someone to come up with a crusher and do this, but the expert analysis was there's not enough rock here to make it worthwhile. You end up paying more and just floating the gear out here and back than what you would in getting the value out of the crushed rock. So that's off the cards, but we've got to use a bit of it for fill around the place, so we'll definitely put use to it. And then some of the bigger nice ones that aren't fully just jagged, like some of the rounder ones, we'll use, and we've got a few little retaining walls that we want to build and some other things. So it'll get used, don't worry about that. Really like the colour of the bush when it gets wet up in there. So it goes a really nice colour. You can sort of see where the fire guys have been clearing a little bit. That's that'll be just a sloping bit of a meadow like we were saying in the last video. Once we actually clear that back a little bit, just leave a few trees here and there, but that'll be nice bit of a view from up at the house. Greg's just bringing the truck up because he's going to load a bit of this stuff for fuel down in the that extra bit on the slab. Nice to have a little bit of fill on site instead of having to lug it from off site, so she's a bit closer. We only got to lug it 50 metres instead of 50 k's. This should be a little bit quicker, and we'll get rid of some of this rock, so that's good. Well, it should take a while in a wheelbarrow if it didn't have the gear. Almost looks a bit misty up on top of the hill. crushed down pretty nice. More gravel. Beautiful. Well, this could be worrying. You're gonna trust me on the roller. So we'll see what happens. Well, no idea what I'm doing, but that looks pretty good. It's definitely harder. We'll see what happens when the next truckload of gravel comes and see how much he sinks in. No one to blame but me. And the shed slabs, or the hard stand area, is getting close. And then we'll probably roll this, even though there's a ton of water there, but we'll see what happens. Righto, well, it's pretty much all leveled out. It's looking good. Those extra couple of meters on the back here. Lovely. So now I've just got to hit it over with the roller and just about ready to drop a slab on it. So I'm going to jump on the roller and pretend I know what I'm doing, and we'll see how it looks at the end. It's a third done. So let's have a bit of a look. There's still a lot of moisture in it because it absolutely poured this morning. But this will help it dry out, I reckon. That's good. He's pretty solid. Very good. Been a big day, but that's a good bit of progress. So I'm going to finish this off. Well, we have to send the roller off and let it set for a little bit. It'll be a couple of weeks till we get the slab down probably, so hopefully we don't get too much rain. This is set nice and hard, and one step closer to getting a shed. Woo. Alrighto, well that's about it for today. This has come up really nice. Hopefully we get a couple of nice dry days, because there's a few spots where it's just a little bit wet, but that roll has brought all the moisture out of it, so that'll set nice and hard if we get a couple of dry days. You see over the back there it's already starting to dry, so that's the slab ready to go. Shed's sitting there ready to be built, just got to get stuck into it. So that's me for today. Tomorrow I've got to meet our plumbing designer. He's going to work out all of our wastewater and drainage and all that sort of thing for the house. It's the last final step, and then we can get it submitted to council and hopefully get our DA. So righto, that's it for me today, but I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Puppies, what are we doing? Why do we have salt and dog treats?
Somebody
What happened?
has a leech.
Oh no. Nuggy.
Okay. You're not gonna like this. You're gonna get real scared. Okay. Can I see the belly? Can I see your belly? No, we're scared. Lay down. Lay down. Go girl. Roll over. Roll over. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, where'd it go?
It's right
oh, there
there.
it is. Oh boy. You get out of the way, Farley. We're gonna put some salt on him. That's yuck. That's yuck. He's not gonna like that very much. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, he's moving. He's not liking that at all. He's moving. Oh no. Oh no. It's working though.
Here he goes.
Here he
He's
goes.
taken off.
Oh yeah, that was quick. Okay, okay. Now we can.
That's yuck.
That's yuck. We can get rid of. Okay.
Now we need to get rid of the salt.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay there. Stay there. No, no. Stay there. Stay.
Oh,
Good
he's coming
girl.
back.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Thank you. Let me just clean this up a little bit. Let's clean that up a little bit. Okay. Now let's put the Band-Aid on your foot. Okay.
Someone's making a getaway.
That was your leash. Look. What's that?
No.
Don't eat him. Oh no, he's on the kitchen floor.
Gross.
No, I know. It's not nice, huh?
Like a big slug.
It's a big slug. Let's put this. Can we put this on your foot? Because it's gonna bleed for a minute. Let's put this on your foot, okay? Can you lay down again? Good girl. I know you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. No, no, stay.
Too bad. Yeah.
On that little foot. You got it. Okay. Let's put that on there. Little Band-Aid.
Good luck.
Don't touch the little foot.
Good girl.
Look at how tiny that foot is. Okay. There's a Band-Aid on the owie.
She'll rip that off in
I'm
2 seconds.
gonna put another one around the other side so it's stuck, okay?
Good girl.
I'll put this thing on. No, no, stay. I know. This is weird. It's confusing. What's happening? What's happening? There's all this stuff. Okay, look at all this stuff. Stay. Stay. No, stay. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Put it around the other way and pull it tight. Okay. This way. Go this way. Go this way. No.
Oh, it's caught in the...
You're not cooperating. It's all caught up in your little fluffers. Okay, well that'll just have to stay like that for a minute.
Come on, out.
Okay, get away from the slug. That's your slug. Your beach.
That little bugger.
She's got a band-aid. She's pull. Come here. Don't pull that off.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh.
Get rid of the slug.
What happened? I got a bit of a package arrived, so you might have seen a few months ago on one of the earlier episodes I managed to bend the ram on the thumb grab on the excavator, and they've just finally sent the replacement part all the way down here to Tassie, so I'm going to unwrap it and see what it looks like, because they said it's looks a bit different. It's the new and improved version, so I'll get done wrapped and see what it looks like. Got some padding. There we go. Heavy. Alright. Definitely does look different. We'll go get the other one and we'll line them up and see what the differences are. Righto, so here's the old bent ram, as you can see when you look at it that way, and it's got this valve on the front, according to the guy from Pertec, which is actually a lock valve which locks the oil in, and that's why it bent, because it couldn't get out. He said the thumb rams shouldn't have those on them, but compared to the new one, it doesn't. It's just got a different sort of setup up in there, and looks a lot more like all the rest of the rams on the excavator, with just this piece there coming off. So fingers crossed it's a bit better. So I'm going to attempt to get this back on today, even though it's all heavy stuff, so it's going to be tricky by myself, but we'll give it a go and try and get it operational.
They just felt hard to lock down when there was some injury. He played his best footy down back. So I think it's better.
Heavy.
Injury for a year.
Oh, doesn't look like much. Just got to get that to there. This thing weighs like 50 kilos, so it's going to be a little bit of manoeuvring by myself to get it on there.
Paul, as always, thanks for your time. You get 24 hours just to relax now, or are you straight into some of the kids you have in your draft?
Yeah, no, there's always players who didn't get drafted or didn't get traded that we or BT listed that our attention to. So there's some, we barracked as hard as anyone just believe it is with Pat Resto, who
Yes, what a story.
Geelong and then traded. One of the great people and just great families. There's some really good stories out there, and we'll
Righto, so I've just sort of MacGyvered this a bit. Still not quite lining up. But I have to be careful because if I bump it, this one drops to the ground. Then I've got to try and lift that, line that up, and get the pin through at the same time by myself. It's really a two-person job, but that's right, we'll get her in. So I'm going to see how I go. Sit you there. See if I can do it without knocking that out of the road. Here we go.
The main aim is always to have some fun. So this Halloween we're encouraging people in like to dress up. Think about also making a donation to charity. Really, it's about kind of awareness for members and also the
Get in there.
come through, particularly over this busy holiday season.
So the raffle runs right up until October 31, which of course is Halloween, and Make-A-Wish is going to have a presence this weekend at what is a pretty big AFLW match between Carlton and St Kilda.
Right, we'll try again.
We won't let you down.
We're getting close.
Mate, did you see that? Parked 3 wide the trip and still won. What are the odds? When you activate On Surge and your Ladbrokes app, pretty good actually. Yeah, your shout then. Ladbrokes On Surge. Activate on all races.
Oh, there we go.
Max bet $100. First odd surge bet only. T's and C's apply. See website for details. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Hi, Kev Sheedy here. A long time
Very close. Close. All right. I don't exactly know which way it goes, but it makes sense to go that way because the grease nipple will be pointing out, and that's how it was on the other one, so we'll go with that. How'd that go? It's satisfying. Oh. Let's see if it fits before I bolt it all in. Ugh. Pretty good. Beautiful. Yeah. Strap it up so it doesn't fall down and smack me in the head. Right. Well, that's about as far as I can get today because I've just realised that these little fittings that I pulled out of there, like the plugs, which are these suckers. Oop, that was just a plug for there, and I thought I'll be able to put the fitting off of the old valve body, but it's the wrong thread, so I just got to get a fitting that's the same size on either side so I can run the hoses into it. But it's all good for now. I'll just keep the strap around it so it doesn't fall down, and can get back in action. So we got the firers out here today doing some training. A couple of guys getting their chainsaw accreditations or something like that. So we still needed some of this cleared to meet our bushfire rating for the house build. So saves me having to cut down, and these guys are going to get a bit of training in, which is good. So it sounds like they're way down over in the back there somewhere, which is just fine. It's pretty steep down in there, so saves me having to wander about down in the steep cliffs. Yeah, so just looking at this shed hard stand area. It's still a little bit soft in here, not soft but just wet from all that rain we had. It's slowly coming out and drying out, but you can see here all the clearing that the Tassie Fire Service guys did with their training. I still got to get in there and pull those trees out, but cleared it right back from the slab here, so there's nothing that'll fall on the slab, and it gets our bow rating correct, so that's all good. But as I said, I'm about to fly out, so that's about it for out here. But what we might do, I've got a bunch of footage and a bit of stuff from Jenn from her recent expedition all the way over at Pitcairn Island, so I might show you guys a bit of that and get you out of the windy Tassie spring for a little bit and show you what Jenn got up to over on Pitcairn Island. So yeah, let's have a look at that. Now, in order for Jenn to get all the way down to Pitcairn Island, she has to go by Sydney, and then Sydney to New Zealand, and then from New Zealand you've got a bit of a longer flight all the way to Tahiti, where she had a couple of nights of pretty bad jet lag, and then from there jump on a really small plane down to Mangareva, which is where they jump on a ship and travel all the way out to Pitcairn, where they get to catch up with a heap of old friends, some of which join on the expedition. Then after a bit of time in Pitcairn, the ship keeps going where they get out to Henderson Island, which is where the work starts. So let's have a look at Henderson. And yep, it's plastic pollution.
Welcome to Henderson Island. This is one of the most remote uninhabited islands in the South Pacific. This is one of 4 islands in the Pitcairn group. And this is North Beach, which faces away from the prevailing winds and currents. We wouldn't know it today, it's pretty windy. And I just thought we'd take a moment to have a look at what we find here on the beach. So we pan across a little bit lower. And if my camera will allow, I'm going to get in nice and close and show you something that's incredibly common. So let's just have a little look here. Come on, zoom. There we go. So you see those 2 little circles right in the center of the camera? Those are plastic resin pellets or nurdles. And if we pan across, you're going to see a lot of these as we go. So there's another, and another, and a couple more, and some more, and there's another white one there. They're about 2 millimeters in size. And if we pan up, there's just a rainbow confetti with so many of these plastic pellets mixed in. The problem with these plastic pellets is that they're perfectly bite-sized. So if I pick up a couple of these, they're roughly the size of a fish egg, and they look a lot like it. Come on, camera, there you go. And so we commonly find these inside the stomachs of seabirds who mistake those for potential prey. In general, the white ones are virgin plastic, meaning it's brand new, and the black ones are typically recycled plastic. And plastic is not shipped around the world whole. It is actually shipped like this in pellet form, so that the final recipient can melt it down and turn it into whatever the end product is, and color it with all of the different colors of the rainbow. So if you can imagine shipping rice grains or corn or really anything like that, about this size around the globe, when you ship it from the truck to the train, from the train to the ship, and all around the world there's leakage from the system, and that's how these get into the world's oceans in the billions. Sadly, this is another thing that we see a lot of on Henderson Island, is plastic bottles and fragments that have been chewed on by various marine life. Could be a turtle, could be a parrotfish, very obvious bite marks. And speaking of turtles, we've got some tracks just here. And if we go just up this rise, we have a couple of turtle nests, which are completely inundated with this FAD, or fish aggregation device. So there's the turtle nest there, and it can't be that old because that track there going out to the ocean is still visible. So this FAD has only recently washed up and blocked the turtles' access. So now when those little turtle hatchlings hatch, they're going to have to come out and around this fish aggregation device, which is basically, sometimes it's bamboo, sometimes it's PVC, a mixture of ropes, nets, fishing buoys, and various other things that are strapped together and left floating in the ocean in order to aggregate or accumulate fish, so the fishermen can come back later and put their nets around it and scoop it up. So we got one problem and we've got another. Let's try and fix it, shall we?
So we thought we'd include this video, which was actually from 10 years ago when Jen first went to Henderson Island on a 3-month expedition. Hence the shaky camera work. It was taken with the older iPhone, but thought we'd take you on a couple of minutes of a beach walk on one of the most remote islands in the world.
Every time I come to Henderson Island, I find one buoy that just talks to me, speaks my name, and it has to come home with me. So out of this vast beach, let's turn and look. All of this searched up and down. This is the one. Hello. You are going to make the journey all the way back to Tasmania. Why? I don't know. Maybe to annoy my husband. Happy sailing!
Next stop was Owino Island, which is where Jen tried to get to a few years ago, but a cyclone stopped that from happening. So let's have a little bit of a look at what was happening on Owino.
You're so grumpy. You're so grumpy. Hi. Are you getting processed? Say hello. Hello. Hi. Oh no, don't bite me. Don't. Oh. You're going to get measured. Look where we are. Hello? Look at your cute face. Okay, say goodbye. Shall we see who are your neighbors? There's your neighbor there. Oh, hello. And here's your other neighbor here. Hello. There's another neighbor over there. And another neighbor tucked in there. So many. Should we go back and say one more hello? Hi. Thank you for allowing me onto your home on Owino Atoll. Good luck, little one.
They're just showing off, aren't they? I just can't get my head around it. This is amazing.
So she gets up to some interesting stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So that's about it from me out here. Nice quick video, this one. We're gonna hopefully crack into this slab in the next week or two and get this shed built. So then we'll really start rolling then. But we'll try and get around these dogs up. Oi! Come on! Come on! Here comes Vienna. Good girl. There's one dog. Hello. Hello. Come on, Fowls. Here he comes. Round these mutts up. And yeah, we'll head off. So thanks for watching, guys. And we'll be back very shortly with getting this slab done. So see you then. Cheers.